A lawmaker in Nasarawa State is demanding answers after discovering that mattresses, fans, and other items he donated to a public hospital just weeks ago were reportedly not in use. The member representing Umeza constituency, Ibrahim Abdullahi Saad, said he was shocked during a recent visit to Major General Hospital to assess its condition, only to discover that the items he donated to improve the welfare of patients were nowhere to be found in use. According to the reports, the donation included 50 ceiling fans, 40 standing fans, and mattresses, which the lawmaker says were purchased with his personal funds to improve conditions at the facility and provide relief for residents relying on the hospital. Now, the matter is being referred to the Nasarawa State Hospital Management Board for investigation and possible recovery. But this raises some serious questions. How can items donated to a public hospital disappear or remain unused weeks after they were delivered? Who took custody of them? Where are they now? And was proper documentation done when the items were received? As always, we'd like you to join the conversation by calling us on 0201 635 2013. Join us live on DSTV channel 164, tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC, and we're streaming live on YouTube. I mean, that video
there is so much wrong with our society.
There's so much wrong.
There's so much wrong with our society.
Okay.
Accountability, with integrity. There is so much wrong with our society, because you know somebody had called earlier and was talking about it, about this Nasarawa and how they were diagnosing ulcer for his.
Yes,
you know,
that's in Kaduna. Yeah,
and see, I'm a victim of that. My sister, they diagnosed nonsense for her. Right. She died. And you know, I don't even want to go into that. But why I said government should, it has to be not reactionary. It has to be proactive. Government has to be proactive. Every hospital must go through rigorous investigation. They must know what is happening everywhere. And it's not, I'm not talking of government at the top. I'm not talking of federal government.
Local government.
Local governments. What are they doing? We just leave everything. This man donated, whether it was government money, whether it was his own money, whatever, they were donated. And people have just... It happens in motherless babies' homes.
Yeah,
you take food to motherless babies' homes. The organs there, we carry the food to their houses. But in schools, it happens everywhere in Nigeria. And we are not an accountable people. And it's wrong. We have to stop it. And you see, if I'm not a fan of Buhari, but I'll tell you something. When Buhari did that war against indiscipline, everybody was accountable. You will see people on the queue. You will see everybody, because they were retraining them. So I'm not saying we should do that same thing, but our minds have to be retrained. I'm telling you, if we don't retrain our mind, we will kill ourselves in this country. It's a dog eat dog. Let me tell you, there was one Ghanaian man I met many years ago. I was a young girl. And they were having this crisis in Ghana. They didn't have food.
Yes.
And the Ghanaians were suffering. And somebody said, that man said, if this thing should happen in Nigeria, we will eat ourselves. To be a dog, we will eat ourselves. And that's what we are doing. We are eating ourselves. If you take bread from a sick person, you are eating that sick person. No other way to look at it. So we have to retrain ourselves. And we have to start, I'm sorry, we have to start from government, because when I see you in government being accountable, I will start to account. People like me, that we have our businesses, I know how we are suffering.
Yes.
I know how we are suffering. How you will buy this, you will buy that. Tomorrow you will go there, it's not there. Or they will say it's spoiled. You will buy TV, they will say it's... And your business is dying.
Thank you, Wike.
You know this thing they say, we the people. We the people. It's easy to say. And I keep asking the same question. this government, when we keep calling government, this government, are they aliens that came to Nigeria and then they now elected themselves into office? Are they fellow citizens of Nigeria that now with the same culture and behavior and personality?
With the people now.
Yes, they were still with the people, Abi.
They are us.
Yeah, so we're expecting something different from things that we've normalized as being okay. We don't have structures in place. Imagine a public hospital. You know, if this man had donated to a private hospital, I would say, okay, everybody now you do your own. Maybe what is applicable here is different, what's applicable. But a public government hospital does not have structure, that when something comes into that hospital, that is documented, right? That the government of that, or the local government, or the governor of that state should be told that this thing was brought to this hospital. You can say thank you to the citizen or whoever it is, or whether they're politician, whoever that donated this into a government establishment. That there's a department, not just one person, that oversees and handles this whole, because we're not talking about a morgue. We're talking about 50, 90 fans, or how many fans? We're talking about beds.
Yeah.
That means these are really bulky items. Yes. You can imagine the kind of car that they would have used to carry this thing to the place. Then, you know, they now showed us the hospital, the kind of mattresses these people in the hospitals they're lying on.
Can you imagine?
And you see, we are wicked.
Heartless.
Yes, we're heartless. We are wicked people. And every day we sit down on social media attacking people, judging people.
Judging
judging them because we're seeing differently and we're judging other people see differently. But who are we as a people? You see how pained? You can see that man was visibly pained.
As I am.
When I saw that thing, and you know when he now told them that he was giving them 10 minutes, so that they should produce it, the man had the audacity to say, tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow. Why tomorrow?
Yeah.
You see,
let me hear from you.
Sorry, just to say, you see that kind of thing?
Yeah.
All those people should have been arrested immediately. No consequences.
Yes.
That's our problem in this country. If he had made sure he went to go and bring police,
carry everybody,
and you carry everybody, they would produce those things. Nonsense criminals.
No, if he had done that, they would have come out and then people say he's using too much power because he's a big man.
It's a criminal offense.
I'll be dragging him.
You know, it's a criminal offense.
We don't know right from wrong anymore. Nima, please.
The only reason they will criticize him is because he's a politician. But if you give something to somebody for a purpose, it should be used for that purpose.
Simple.
And we should know, and there should, because conversion is a crime. Conversion of anything that
I'll not be lawyer. I don't.
It's a crime. It's a criminal offense, and they should be in jail. The problem is, you know, most Nigerians, when we do these things, we do not follow up. You don't follow your donations. This man excellently followed his donations. So this habit, over time, because of follow-up, people will check themselves. We know that humanitarian offices do money donation, food donation. We hear every time of the diversions and no consequence. And we've encouraged it to date. Last week, I was with my mom, and the mosque where I pray, I noticed the door had fallen. I was like, okay, there was a welder working just before it. I was like, don't you think you should just fix it since you have... And he said, no, I'm giving them quotation now. Then this and that. And I said, okay, there's quotation for this. You just do this thing as small sadaka. Well, I thought he was, you know, a conscious Muslim. And we're having this exchange. And I said, okay, well, what is the cost of it? He called a simple amount. I was like, okay, can you just fix it so that I would get the reward? And he was like, but I cannot fix it today. That was my saving grace. Because the moment I left him, I was like, this happens all the time. Anytime you give money that you don't follow the money, you are open to anybody, and you can be a victim. So I insisted I would take my time to meet when I met the managers of the mosque, he's been in the habit of victims like me who think, oh, let's just fix it. You're just passing by, you want to just quickly get the reward of the act of good. And he would tell you an amount of money and he would not do it. So they were like, no, if you must work with him, make sure that one of us who know the ground is checking him. Don't give him money directly. Give through the purse. You want to take your call too?
Yeah. Samuel is calling us from Ibadan. Good morning, Samuel.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
We can hear you, Samuel. You're live. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm Samuel calling from Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. So, a quick one. I would like to contribute to this current topic that is going on.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually a core member, so I think I can relate with what's going on. I think in this country, and it's heartbreaking that we see. I'm a Gen Z. I'm actually in my mid-20s, so it's very heartbreaking when we see the older generations, let me say the Gen X, being the mastermind in all these type breakdowns that we are seeing today.
We've lost Samuel. He's trying to say it's such a sad thing that people who are supposed to be older or parents are the ones involved in this criminality.
Yes, exactly.
We used to call out children for bad behavior. Now we are calling out parents. Nima, do you want to
and ourselves? Because
we have a minute for it.
Young people do it as well.
So giving it to a body that you can audit, that you can follow for your donations is important at this time. In fact, giving it directly to a beneficiary can be risky because people fake all sorts of problems these days. We were talking about one this morning. And so I believe that we should start learning from this. But the most important thing is what YK have on. Consequence for those who divert these things. It's a thing now. 2-3 people say, oh, they've given us 50 bags. Declare 10. Announce 50. Let's do what we can with 40. All of those things, trace it, find them, and punish them. If there's consequences, we'll change society.
And then when we bring them out to face their consequences, Nigerians don't come out and be insulting people because we are trying to punish them for their bad behavior.
Miriam, despite insults, can we always do the right things?
We will keep doing. Nima?
Okay, so
we're talking about accountability and consequences.
And how it's important for us to use that to shape society, because this our coloring of the crime itself is why we are still is now becoming like our thing. Every time we see it, we explain it away. We either call it a tribe thing or something, and we excuse it. But if we put consequence to it, that's the only way we will change society. I was explaining, I'd given an example of, a personal experience and how it's important we separate all those our sentiments. People will come with different excuses. This is a politician now. He has a goal. He wants to be able to tell his people, the hospital in so place, I put beds there. If the bed is not showing, he will be a liar.
Yes. We'll call him out.
If the fans are not working, he will be a liar. Look at our medical facilities, particularly the public ones. Rubbish. You can't use the toilet in our medical facilities. I can confirm to you. You toilets, you go, you will carry something bigger than you if you try it.
God.
And it even starts with the people who manage the facility. Talk less of the people donating.
So what? Are they selling them? What are they doing? They make this donation, then they take them and sell them. No. Who are those buying from them? Because usually, they will put like a sign on it. Donated by this, by that. So how are you able to sell it?
Okay, so I think at this point, with what the question is just asked, we need to talk about institutional budgets, right? Because for every government hospital in Nigeria, there's a budget towards that, equipping that hospital. And you know that the budget must involve and include beds, because you don't expect patients to lie on the floor.
Okay.
And not just any beds. You know that for a hospital, what patients need is orthopedic beds so that they don't now have sores or more body pains and carry more problems to go home. And situations like this, whereby the people that are managing that space feel that there's a budget for bed, and maybe we've bought the bed, and yes, the politician now, you now brought extra bed. Okay, most part is that we ticked off, their criminal mind, we said that they've ticked off the fact that there's bed. So that means this one is not for us to sell and keep because there's bed and there's fun, because there's an institutional budget for these facilities, right? And that's what we say.
Are sleeping on,
that's what I'm saying.
On a bed.
So that's where the accountability and documentation comes into place, whereby if you, as an individual, you want to go and donate to a public facility, there must be a structure in place on how it's done. You go and tell the local government of that area or the governor that, see, I want to help government with this thing. This is what I want to do. Then they will document it there. Then they will not go with you, or there will be a representative that will not go with you to go and present, because it's a government institute to now present it. When you follow the channels or the channels in place, that bed will not get missing in transit.
Are you joking?
No, I'm trying to say, but that's the right thing that should be done. Because
but I'm saying, is that a joke? Because is it not in this Nigeria we have fake agency?
God. I tire.
So whether
I
you
rest
follow
my case.
whether you follow the right path or you doesn't mean they will not still carry the
Why
bed.
can I rest my case? I rest my case.
Yeah.
It's inside this Nigeria.
You're right. But that
Is why it is. Well, if we don't start, if we don't start to clean ourselves from up.
I keep hearing you say that, and then you say things like, I'm not saying we should do it the way that they did it during the military. How then do we do it? This re-engineering we keep talking. What is the best way to do it?
You see, if I am a citizen, right? I'm a citizen, but if I'm a citizen,
As a citizen,
I see from the top changes and consequences. I will start to reboot. When we don't see consequences from the top.
So from the top, we're expecting these top people who are Nigerians themselves, who are citizens of Nigeria, who have become leaders, to out of the blue change.
But they will not change.
They won't. So what do we do?
But you see, are you going to hold Nima responsible for what a top government politician is doing?
No.
You can't hold her responsible now. Now, Nima is now, they are leading her, it's the example that they are giving, that she is following. If when you are growing up as a child, your mom and dad or your mom and stepdad sat down every day drinking and eating and not working. Will you work when you grow up?
You won't know.
And you are seeing that money was flowing. Will you work? You will want to follow the example. So what is happening is we are following the example of our leaders. And we have seen our leaders get money without
working.
So, I mean, look at that drug heist. That guy was. This is
Katie Luxury.
Living life.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of him.
Never.
I'd never heard of him. But I can imagine if he had come inside my periphery as a Nigerian citizen, he had come inside my and gave me one big money. Say, where do you make the money? You take 100K in dollars. This time I go say, hey, I will be a victim as well. Because I know I can hear people who are going after the radio presenter. What's his name?
Freeze.
Daddy Freeze.
Oh, they were friends?
No, because he came out and said that he doesn't know him. And people said, well, you can't say that. It's different. If you chop, you keep quiet. You don't need to now come and publicly set ring lights and come and deny where you chopped from. That's what is the problem. I'll just keep quiet.
Please, do we have any comments? We're about to leave. What are our viewers telling us on social media?
This red network. This red network, what people are doing to me.
Oh, okay. No comments. Why do you have any?
Let me check.
All right, we have to go right now.
Oh, we have to go. We can't read the comments.
No comments.
Oh, dear.
Thank you so much, ladies, for today's show and your contributions. And our viewers, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there were good comments. So,
yeah.